We're waiting.
And we are live here at the Lucky 13 Saloon podcast. What's going on, guys? Diane?
Hello.
Sarah?
Hello.
Andy?
How to do?
Frankie?
What's up?
And me, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Frankie asked
Hi,
what's
Jeff.
up.
Yes.
What's nobody can answer him.
What?
Frankie asked what's up, but no one can answer him.
There's not much up.
No, there's not much going on.
That's what she said.
We got a new... I know what we're doing tonight,
I
though.
had to say.
Well, we've got a new video game, and I'm very fucking excited.
We're
That's going to be a
so
hard
excited.
night. Yes.
It's the part 2 of the part 1 that we were playing.
Yes, it's the part 3 of the part 2 that we were playing.
Oh, I guess the part 1 we never played.
The part 1 is a little old, but so we don't need the
So
old
the
graphics.
first one sucked, but the sequels are better?
Obviously.
Is it Final
Obviously.
Fantasy?
No.
No.
It's,
How many of
Army
them?
of
There
Two.
were a billion of them.
yeah, it's Army of Two.
And you're just like basically just
Army of
blowing
Three?
up people's
Yes,
heads and
it's-
blowing
it's
up
a
cars
sequel.
and killing other soldiers and
Yes.
you're like espionage, like hiding out and like
there's not a lot of espionage. There's a lot of blowing shit up.
Yeah, just blowing up.
Yeah.
Just blowing shit up.
Do you know what espionage means?
It does like missions, like government missions or
Sure.
something.
Spy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
like James Bond
actually wish
shit.
I wish it was actually more espionage. But way to call me out on the podcast, babe. Good looking out.
Espionage is what James Bond does when he's not killing and fucking.
Well, that's
Yes.
what we should be doing. We should find a game like that,
True.
like Metal Gear Solid from back in the days. That was
I
a lot of
remember that
tactical
game.
espionage.
Well, like Resident Evil was a lot like
Oh,
little,
Resident Evil. My nephew kicked my ass, Resident
little
Evil.
thing, little things.
The birds of the crows got me. He's like, oh, leave the mansion. I got on the windowsill. Yeah,
I like more
killed the
missions,
zombies, the dogs, the Dobermans. Here come the ravens. And
I like
all I
more
had was a
missions.
knife.
You do kind
But-
of look like a raccoon.
You could totally pass for a raccoon.
Just put a little mask
No,
on
I'm a
it.
cat person, dude. Raccoons spook me out because they can give you the finger.
And they look
they
like
have thumbs.
They look like burglars too.
They do.
I love
You ever see Incredibles 2?
I wanna
Where
get-
Jack has to fight the raccoon.
I
He fights the
have.
raccoon in the backyard.
I want to get a pet raccoon.
Anyway, so we're gonna go home and blow the shit out of some shit up. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Sounds very therapeutic.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And I'm like, no one's gonna mess with us in our apartment when you hear like,
Blown shit up.
be like, yeah, we'll pass on that apartment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we had a lot of fun the first fucking.
We did. It gets frustrating though because it gets really, really damn
Well, sometimes she will last for 2 hours, and sometimes like a half hour. She's like, I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean you're fucking done? We just started. I'm just getting into it.
20 minutes,
You know-
I'm done.
It's funny though. You ever play video games so much that you I feel like I gotta jump over furniture to like. As soon as I'm done.
Or steal a taxi
It's
from
one of the
some
reasons
driver.
why I don't play video games anymore. Before I moved out here to New York, I had a PS2. I actually have one. I just don't use it. But then I'd gotten a Grand Theft Auto, and I was playing it so much that every time I got in my car, I actually would consider like running people over.
Hijacked
Yeah,
another car.
Jeff doesn't no longer walk to the bathroom. He ducks and rolls into the bathroom.
That's awesome.
And he makes the sound.
That's especially-
Yeah.
It's especially troubling when you're turtling at that time. You know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It'll come right the fuck out.
There's plenty of accidents that happen.
Bring
Yes.
back Pac-Man.
Yeah. No, I got a like an old Nintendo or an old Atari
Back in the day.
that has all the games on it. It's like the
Asteroids.
old school.
Oh.
I mean, it's fun for a minute, but
Yeah, it's
like
fun for a minute.
I like the whatchamacallit, the new games you really get sucked into. The graphics are
there's
so much
such
fun.
Oh my
Detail
god, the
in
graphics
them.
are insane.
There you go. Yeah, just leave that here.
I used to rock Tomb Raider all the time. I love Tomb Raider. But Super Mario Brothers
Lara
were the
Croft.
shit back in the days, man. Me and my sister would stay up for hours playing that.
Laura Croft.
Yeah,
You know,
I was.
it's-
You won't, Frankie. Hold up. You can't. Frankie, you're throwing me off my game.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Laura Croft, I loved it.
Yes,
but
Lara
it's
Croft.
too detailed. I couldn't get out of the effing map room. Where's the F is the map? Just, once I got
No,
the
it was,
crossbow,
you know
I
what?
kicked
You know
ass.
what I did the whole time when I played? I got the cheats. I looked up the cheats
I'm
on the
just
computer.
picturing
and
Frankie
played
dressed
with
up like
cheats.
Laura
I couldn't
Croft.
get out of the effing map room.
Yo, Frankie, look at the guns on Frankie today. Those fucking
Yeah.
those push-ups are fucking.
That's right.
Those push-ups
I'm up
are
to
working.
30. Woohoo!
Oh,
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Workshop.
Yeah.
Do
No,
another-
I exercise. I get bored.
Should we do it again today?
Nah.
No.
Andy's been
I'm an old
practicing.
man.
He's up to
Wait, what were you
31.
talking about with your
Oh
game?
really?
How
Wait,
many are
you
you
were talking
up to,
about more
Sarah?
video games.
8.
Your Atari.
I can't even do one.
My upper body
So,
strength is
You
whack.
can't do one push-up. You get out
I
of
could do
here.
one. I could do like 3, 4, 5, maybe 5.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Then before you know it, you'll be doing 10.
I could do a push down.
May have found something for the bar.
No, me,
I
chin up.
meant to bring this up before. So Sarah and I were walking home from the park yesterday, and we passed by this place that's for sale. So all this stuff out in the yard, and they had 2 working electric fireplaces.
Oh yeah. We used to have one in the old Lucky Third when we changed the name.
The Voodoo Lounge.
We had that.
So I've got one that's about 2 feet by like 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, and it works.
I don't want it.
Oh shit, take
You
it.
put it under the stage.
No, I don't want it.
All right.
I have enough. Are you kidding me? I'm clearing under the stage out right now. I have this old fucking lighting board I'm trying to get rid of right now. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm
Light
trying
brights.
to get rid of shit.
Well, 2 for me then.
Yep.
No, don't burn Santa.
Was that a burp? Yep.
Yes, it was.
You're
What did
slob.
Santa do to you? You're gonna
It wasn't,
burn him
it
alive.
wasn't burp, yep.
It's a blep.
What'd you guys do this week? Anything exciting?
I don't know, Sarah.
Been watch.
Did we
Did we do anything?
anything at all?
I don't think we did anything.
That's a good weekend.
You know what I watched? I watched something really good last night.
What was that?
I couldn't fall asleep. The Elizabeth Smart. There was a documentary about Elizabeth Smart.
Oh, yeah.
You remember her?
I
She
remember
got
her.
kidnapped and she was
Cleveland, right?
no, Salt Lake City.
Oh. Well, there's another one in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was Salt Lake City. She got abducted by this fucking lunatic, and it was crazy because like they even went to a house party at one point, but he had him with the what do they call it when you have your thing on your face? The burqa? Is it burqa?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they had like a burqa on, and yeah, it was fucking weird. Like they took her. She was 14 years old though. She was too scared to tell anybody because he was kept saying, if you say anything, I'm gonna fucking kill your whole family. So yeah, it was pretty intense.
Common kidnapper tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Threaten the family.
And kids
Yeah.
aren't smart enough to realize, hey, if I tell someone, he'll be in jail. He won't be able to
Yeah.
kill
Yeah,
my
It's
family.
a
was-
scary situation.
What's really fucked up too? At one point, they were in the library, and the three of them. So it was a husband and wife kidnapped her, and the three of them are sitting in the library with the burqas on, and a fucking homicide detective comes in and starts talking to him, and is trying to get her to take the mask off her face, and he's freaking out, saying it's against their religion. You can't see her face, and the cop ended up leaving. And like that, which was crazy because
She
that
coulda-
would
that's
that
so
would have saved her
scary.
6 months of captivity.
So close and yet so far.
Yeah,
so scary.
And even at first, when they first found her,
She could have just ripped it off. No.
but she was scared shit. She didn't know what was true. She was 14 years old.
Her name may have been Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah, but she's actually really smart and really resilient. The way she came back, and like she's really strong. The way she like told the story, and she's married now with a normal life. She's like, I don't let it define me. I don't dwell on it. She's like, I think about it once
Glad
in a
to
while.
get the fuck
She's
out of
in
there.
Well, she's in her early 30s now. She was 14 when it happened. So she's very smart, and she's like, she didn't go to therapy or anything to get back to. They were like, oh, you got to send her to therapy, and she was like, no, I'm just going to talk to my parents and tell them what happened, and she worked it out with her family, which was kind of fucking
And
crazy.
they caught this nut,
Whatever
right?
works.
Oh, they got him. Yeah,
Good.
he's in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Death penalty. I'm sorry, but you
Yeah,
know,
no, he's in jail for the rest. He should get the
as
death
long as you
penalty.
have the proof. Yes. If you don't have the proof, okay.
The other prisoners should give him the death penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
We were discussing how kidnapping is like a really messy way to get money or to do any crime, because kidnapping usually ends in like death or jail time.
Sure.
Like no successful kidnapping where they bargain for money is just like, okay, here's the money, here's the healthy kid back. Ha ha, I
No,
got
right,
money,
right.
we
I was
am
gonna
free.
say, like,
Because Sarah was talking about kidnapping someone.
Fargo.
Oh, that's right. We watched Fargo.
I love that
yeah.
movie. That's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Fargo was really good.
First time I've seen it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
really? It's a good movie.
Did you watch
I
the
like
series?
Fargo.
Have you watched the series?
I've watched the first season
I
of the
didn't
series,
like
and I
it.
liked it. I've been meaning to watch the second
The
season.
second one, then don't bother with the third.
Okay.
I mean, if you
I
want
couldn't
to.
get
I didn't like the series. I'm sorry. I tried.
I didn't like the series either.
The movie. I love
I
the
like
movie.
the series. With Billy Bob Thornton, the series
Oh,
was
he's,
great.
yeah, he's great.
I saw a couple episodes. I just couldn't get into it.
But kidnapping, so messy, right?
Yes,
Dumb.
very
Stupid.
messy.
No, like you
It's
said,
never
what,
going to end well for the kidnapper.
No.
Yeah.
In other
and you're
words.
right. I'm sorry.
It's not going to end well for the kidnapper, and it usually doesn't end well
No.
for fun. Is somebody opening the door?
no, it's
No,
not.
it's the ice machine.
But like you said, but I'm sorry, what you said, Sarah. What happened to ransoms? Like you said, here's my money, here's
Right,
your kid.
did
I'm
Did
going to
Sarah
hold
say
you
that,
hostage for
Frank?
15
Yeah, no, I know.
years.
Frank,
That's
what-
not kidnapping.
Did she say that?
I think she did say that.
Yes.
Something like that.
Did she say what happened to ransoms?
Yeah.
What,
No,
what
she
did
right,
happen
right.
to ransoms?
Really? Oh, no. You know, your ATM
Hey, how about
cards.
ransom in the movie Knives Out?
Did anybody watch Raising Arizona? I mean,
Yes,
come
I
on.
love that movie.
I saw that movie in the theater when I was a little kid, and me and my
Seven
buddy
Babies.
Tim were looking for a movie to watch. It was over the summer, and there was nothing good playing. And we decided to go see that. It was in the theater for like a week in Iowa City, and because it had that guy from Valley Girl. We liked
Yeah.
the movie Valley Girl. Hey, that guy from Valley Girl's in it. It should be pretty
Yeah.
good. And we went in, And there's like 2 other people in the theater, and afterwards we all like introduced ourselves to each other. So we saw something really cool here.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah, I like that movie. The
I liked
7
Raising
Babies.
Arizona.
They steal one of them.
John Goodman was in it too.
John Goodman's great.
And
Yeah.
what's in it? Holly Hunter.
Yeah.
As the cop.
yeah,
I like Holly
Yoda's
Hunter.
and shit on it.
And Jeff Goldblum, right? The prisoners
Yes,
from
Jeff
hell.
Goldblum is in Raising Arizona.
I love Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum.
Yeah.
I just want to be friends with him.
No.
Jeff
He looks like a
Goldblum.
hangout
Yes.
dude. He looks like
He's
a hangout
such a
dude.
weirdo. I love him.
Yeah, I was saying I've been watching Ride with Norman Reedus.
Yes, really good show. Ride
I
with
watched
Norman
I
Reedus
watched
was
like
great.
fucking 10 episodes last night.
It's about Norman Reedus. It's like real life story. He gets on his bike and then he has he's accompanied by either celebrity or someone who's like
Yeah,
big
someone who
into
just does some
motorcycles,
stuff, yeah.
and they just go into like every little nook and cranny of like.
But you didn't even say
state.
they get on motorcycles and they
That's what I
drive
said.
from one destination. Like they have one stop. They usually go from like where did they go from like Baton Rouge. They like from Baton Rouge to like New Orleans. They make usually like one stop in between. They usually kind of do something and then they end up in the major city. It's pretty consistent doing things like that, but it's really cool because he like rides with different.
He meets random riders.
Yeah, well, no, he was
It's like getting coffee in cars with comedians.
basically yes.
Oh,
He
That's
rode
hilarious.
with the actor who plays Negan.
Yes.
That was really cool in Spain. You didn't see that one, but that
Yes,
one
I
was
did. I
really-
watched that last night. That's
Oh,
when I
yeah,
went.
That one was really cool.
Yeah.
And he rode with Dave
Dave
Chappelle,
Chappelle.
which was really freaking cool. Dave Chappelle's awesome, man.
I can
That's
just
another
imagine.
person I just want to be friends with. But what's crazy is that anywhere they go, he gets tackled by like fans. Like,
Well, because
he's
there's also cameras following them also.
famous.
Yeah,
He did with no, there's not puppet. It's a show, Frankie. So there's cameras following them around. He did one with Peter. Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That was the sound of Frankie getting something.
I stand corrected. The comedians in cars is hilarious.
He did one
It
with
is.
Peter Fonda. They went from Naples, Florida to Key West, Florida. And it was pretty cool. But when they stop, of course, they get swarmed by people
Yeah.
because there's a camera watching them. So they know somebody's there, and then they see it's him, and they fucking freak out.
He's a very familiar face.
Yes.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
looks exactly like he does in the show too. Like he looks exactly like greasy and dirty.
Can't displace him.
He looks like he just killed a couple of zombies anywhere he goes.
Yeah, he
Norman
does.
Reedus, if you're out there listening, we do have a Kickstarter going here.
Norman Reedus, if you want to hang out with us, please hang out.
We were trying to
with
get
us.
him here one time when we had the first bike nights here. Because he lives in New York City, he rides motorcycles, and the people from Harley Davidson were trying to get him down here, but he was filming The Walking Dead at the time and couldn't get down
shit.
here. So
I left
maybe
him an
someday.
Instagram message. Maybe he'll get back to me.
Oh yeah,
We'll
I'm
see.
sure he reads all of his fucking Instagram. I'm sure he reads all of his Instagram messages
Yes.
from girls.
Well, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm like,
he gives.
it is like it's
Is-
like, you know,
is
people
he
are
married
bored right
or-
now.
is he
People are
married
bored.
or- is he
yes,
married?
he is married.
Oh, he is
He's
married?
and he has a kid. And
All right.
supposedly he lives in New York City, but I'm sure he's got a billion houses.
But he's got a house in Georgia also with Negan. I know they both have houses in Georgia.
He's probably
but-
got a compound somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's got a house upstate or something like that too. But he.
I don't know if he's married, but he has a longtime girlfriend. They have a kid together.
All right, but he looks like he gives every girl the fuck me eyes when
Yeah.
he's fucking when he's mean. He's like, hey, how
What do
you
you know about the
doing?
fuck me eyes?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Listen, I was a player for about a year.
Oh, we tried it.
You know all about the
I'd-
fuck me eyes?
Yes,
I'll
yeah.
think
I
of him
tried it.
later.
Didn't work
Yeah,
out.
Jeff is now very.
That's how we got Diane.
Yeah, it didn't
But
work
Jeff is
out.
also very familiar now with the "fuck you" eye.
Yeah, it didn't work out so good for me as Norman Reedus, but
Yeah, Norman Reedus could probably get laid by anyone.
oh my god, like every girl, and he's
I
like,
don't really
Ever
find him
since
attractive.
Boondock Saints,
Yeah,
he's
of
been
course.
on every
That's a
girl's
great
radar.
movie
But
too.
he honestly, like in all the episodes of that show, he always looks hungover to me. Like I'm like, that motherfucker looks hungover.
Boondock
as hell.
Saints is overrated.
I love that movie.
So
Heavy.
overrated.
Yeah,
Did you
how
see the
could
sequel?
you?
I like the sequel.
So overrated.
Dude,
No, it's a great
like
movie.
The best kind of vigilante.
Get the fuck out of
Yep,
here.
they dropped the
ever.
turlet on the Russian guy's head in the
I'm
beginning
side
of the
with
movie.
Jeff on this one.
Thank
What?
you, Andy.
It's a good movie, and I'm glad it exists. But yeah, fine.
They went to New Orleans and they were trying to find a Boondock Saints bar out there, and they couldn't find it. But I'd be very curious to see what that looks like.
William Dafoe was Detective in
Yes.
Drag
Yes.
was great
Yeah,
in that
and he
movie.
was-
The Clorox.
He's so overacted in it.
Oh, he hammed
did.
it up
You know
big
what? Every
time.
movie, I feel like every movie in the '90s, everyone overacted. That's what it was about.
I don't-
And a lot of hairspray.
I mean,
I might
Natural
have-
Born Killers, True Romance. Come
I
on.
love
Yeah, that's
Natural
the
Born
point.
Killers.
Yeah,
Point
yo,
is that
True
it's
Romance,
very
another
in
good
your
movie.
face.
Diane
Oh my
Rice,
God,
but
True Romance.
overacting. They both
And
hammed it up.
Everybody
I love-
overacted in the 90s.
I loved that.
Especially I like Gary Oldman. He hammed it up
Gary Oldman's
fucking
everything.
big time in that
Yeah.
movie.
I loved Natural Born Killers, but it got so much hype. Boondock Saints from like people who I trust their movie opinions were like, "This movie is fucking awesome. It's a cult classic." And blah, blah, blah.
You
so I
need
was,
to rewatch it.
I
Yeah,
was so
watch it again.
maybe I'll watch it again. But I
I'm
was
kind of almost exactly the same thing.
I
with
was
Jeff
so excited
Get
to watch
out.
it, and I was like, "This is this is so over the top."
It's a
fucking
vigilante
annoying.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
yeah, it
Very
is.
pumped up vigilante.
Listen,
It is.
I'm all about like the fucking revenge porn stuff. Like I love that stuff. Like Django kind of revenge.
Love
Django,
Django.
great movie.
Have you seen Mandy? I still have yet to see it. It's
Mandy
the
is
latest,
amazing.
Mandy is
It's
really
the
good.
latest. What's his name?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage movie. I'm dying to see it, but I hear mixed reviews from it. Some
Oh,
people are like
well.
it's amazing. Some people are like it sucks.
I never
I-
heard
It
of
needs to be played very
artsy.
loud.
It needs to be played very loud,
good.
and you gotta like when
It's
I.
the latest Nick Cage movie.
It's also very hyped how awesome it is.
I like Nick
I
Cage.
watched it at first being like, "Oh, it's okay," and then I watched it a second time being it was better than the first time because it was so hyped the first time. It's very David Lynch-esque.
Oh, I like David Lynch. One of my favorite
Sarah and I went to
directors.
see it in the theater just based on the trailer alone, and I was starting to get bored with it. I was also a little hungover, if I remember right. And I was starting to get a little bored with it, and then like I couldn't quite figure out what the tone of the movie was, and I was starting to get actually kind of annoyed. And then right after Mandy died, and that was a beautiful sequence with
I didn't
the
know about
tripping and all that
Mandy
stuff.
dying,
It's not good.
Okay.
It's not a spoiler.
Alfred
You don't name
Hitchcock.
it. Well, anyway, and then Nick Cage catches something on the television, which
Cheddar Goblin.
with Cheddar Goblin, which made me laugh maybe as hard as I have in 10 years. Just all of a sudden at that moment, I went, I get this now. I understand that this is it just
It's a little wink, wink to the
completely
audience.
Yeah,
fucking batshit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
have to see
crazy.
it.
It's really good. We should
soundtrack
watch
is
it.
amazing.
I'll have to form
Well,
my
yeah,
own
I mean,
opinion about it.
Yes.
The first 10 minutes is a video
I don't know
for
if you.
King Crimson.
I don't know if you'll love it. She doesn't really have much of an attention span, and the first half,
No,
like you
she
said,
does.
the first half. No, she doesn't, Frankie. The first half, like you said, is a little. It's. I don't even think it's half, but like the first.
It's gorgeous to look at.
It's beautiful,
If it's something's gorgeous to look at, I like.
but your
I
mom.
like
But I
We'll
don't know
see.
if you'll
I'll
like
form my
it.
own
Yeah,
opinion.
we'll
The
see.
first third is about like a happy life in the woods, kind of away from people.
Yeah.
And then it switches.
And then
Yeah.
it gets infiltrated by people.
Espionage.
Yes.
If anyone's, if you haven't seen this movie and you've done hallucinogenics, they recreate it about as well.
They do
Oh,
very
yeah?
well.
Yeah.
Very well at recreating
and that's
the
like
visuals.
that.
not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, no.
First time I saw
That's why I
Fargo,
say
I was
it's
on
very.
acid. It
that's,
was great.
That's like very David Lynch. That's
I
why
love David
they
Lynch.
catch a very. It's very much who directed it. And you know, have they
He's
done anything
directed
else?
One other movie before he did a movie called Beyond the Black Rainbow. I can't think of his name right. It's a Spanish name. I know that. And who was he did Beyond the Black Rainbow, which lost a bunch of money, and then which is a fun. Actually, if you've seen Beyond Black Rainbow and you'd seen Stranger Things, it's
Panos Cosmatos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Panos-
Greek.
Greek.
Oh, really?
Greca.
But
It ain't black.
his career was basically over after that movie. And what's his name?
Tombstone.
What?
Panos Cosmatos is a writer and director known for Mandy, Beyond the Black Rainbow, and
Tombstone in
Tombstone
1993.
1993.
Oh, Tombstone's great.
Tombstone.
Yeah,
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
was
What's his
great.
name from Harry Potter? Saw that and he decided that he wanted to produce a movie that guy made.
Yeah.
This guy?
Val Kilmer was great in Tombstone.
Yes.
Doc
Yeah.
Holliday.
Yep.
Yes.
Tombstone was good.
Yeah, I like Tombstone.
Kurt Russell, anything with Kurt Russell. There
I've
would
been
never
watching a
be
show
another
called The
sequel.
Mick, and there was a scene speaking of like
That's
interpreting
with the Sunny-
what like
that's Always Sunny
tripping.
lady, right?
Huh?
That's with the lady from It's Only Sunny?
Yes. I freaking love it. So funny. There was a scene where her niece or something trips on acid in school, and she goes to get her, and she's like, "No, you're not part of it." So she trips on acid too. So both of them are like walking through the high school tripping on acid, and the way they interpreted tripping on acid was so familiar. I swear to God, I think I got a flashback because I used to trip in high school on
It's like,
acid.
I can relate to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
it
remember doing
was
that.
it was really funny.
That's
and
how I
good.
felt about Midsummer, that movie Midsummer.
I liked Midsummer.
Where the actual
I liked it.
visuals were like breathing. And you're like,
Yeah.
is it just me? Or
Yeah,
is
but
it
you
like
get-
her
you get the
She's
sushi?
up against
flashback,
the-
like,
she's
oh,
up
look
against
at my
the wall,
hand,
and
it's
the
so
wall
big.
is like moving. I'm like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember those
Grass.
times.
Yeah, my hand is so big. Look at my thumb.
Midsummer, I thought was really good. It was different. It was a nice spin on whatever.
So there's a cult movie called Samurai Cop that I've been kind of avoiding and kind of not avoiding.
Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop. It was made in 1990.
Sounds like a 90s movie.
And it's one of those movies everybody, kind of like Boondock Six, everybody tells me this is it. This is the best cult movie ever. And I've kind of avoided it because my expectations are so high that there's no way I can live up to it. And it's a goddamn good time. I think everybody should see this movie. Samurai Cop.
It's
Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop.
Is anybody? Is it an American movie?
Yes. It's the only person you'll recognize in it is a guy named his last name's Czar. He was always the heavy in the movies with the big giant jaw. If you see him, you know.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about.
He was always a bad guy.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And it's just
not the guy from Cobra.
he might have been. Yeah, I think he was in Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you mean. That
George
Berg.
right. He has the chin.
He was in Maniac Cop. He was.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got you now. Yeah, he always plays the villain.
Yeah, because he's got a big giant jaw.
He has that villain face. Obviously, what do you typecast you?
Face like a
Look
catcher's
villain.
mitt. So yes, for all those of you who are telling me to watch Samurai Cop, you are absolutely correct.
All
It
right.
was good.
Oh my lord!
Smoke a doob and watch it.
She'd already gone to bed, and I was sat there and actually was laughing out loud by myself
Nice. Samurai
and
Cop.
rewinding scenes and laughing out loud
And
even
then poor
harder.
Sarah couldn't sleep.
Samurai Cop.
Andy does laugh by himself watching movies many times, so it's not like it's that special.
You know,
I do that. That's when you know it's funny.
Of
And
course,
everyone else in the
of course-
neighborhood now knows
of course
it's
Frankie
funny.
does that.
Frankie's
Easily
laughing again.
entertained.
well, it's late. Drink a beer.
Yeah. What else is that? What else is happening? So, what are you guys up to this week?
I'm going to Boston on Saturday.
Nice.
How are you getting there?
I'm going to take Amtrak.
Okay.
All right. You got to mask up and glove up and all that
I'm
shit.
going to cover myself in a garbage bag.
Awesome. Yo,
Coat
fucking,
yourself in Vaseline.
Sit
Bubble
next
wrap.
to nobody
No
as much as I
Vaseline.
can.
No Vaseline. We need nothing sticking to her.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gross.
Yeah.
That's your seat, don't.
an Astroglide.
I'll probably put a fan underneath the garbage bag so it's nice and puffy and I'm nice and cool underneath. No sweating.
Vegas opened up this week.
What's going on in Boston though? Are they opening? Are they
Not yet.
open?
Not yet.
They're on the same as New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically the same.
Oh, so you can't go
Except
to Cheers?
salons are open up in
it back to me.
I had to say it.
salons are open up in Boston though, because my mother told me she went and got her hair done.
Oh,
And
okay.
she was very excited to go get her hair done.
Nice.
Yes.
Slowly
But
but
salons
surely.
are opening back up. Vegas opened up this week, and
They
my
still
friend opened up his restaurant, and he said that I forget what casino it's in, but he was sending me video, and the fucking casino is packed. Nobody
scary.
is masking and gloving up. Like it's like nobody gives a fuck.
They think
Gambler's
it's
gotta
old
gamble.
school.
And he
All
was
them dudes on Rascals are gonna be dropping dead.
yeah, there
they think
was
it's old school.
18 restaurants inside the casino that they have their restaurant in, and they're the only ones taking temperatures of people coming in, and the casino is really pissed at them for even doing that.
Wow.
So
That's insane that they were pissed at them for doing that. They should be pissed at the people that are not doing that.
Yeah.
Agree.
I mean, I don't know
It's
about the temperatures. That's a little bit like against. It's kind of against.
Well, it's a good
people's
thing we got
human
oral
rights,
thermometers.
but-
Bend over before you come
well,
in.
Yeah.
we'll start doing that
In
here.
the butt. Bend over.
Temperature, but like, give me your forehead. Let me put my lips to your forehead before you come into.
Oh,
then
honey,
play
you're a little
slots.
warm. I think.
Baby, they have the little trigger ones. You fucking put it against the head. What the fuck you think they're
No,
doing?
I don't.
You want me to call the
I don't-
casino and say you can't make
Obviously,
it?
I know how they're taking their temperature. You're pissing me off.
From
today.
their
You're really
butt.
pissing me off. Not kidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to piss her off today.
Yeah, you're pissing me off today.
Did they bet on it?
Baby,
It's like
we're going-
98,
Should we just have a
98,
full-on
98.
fight on the podcast?
We should. So we're going to Florida. I think we're 90%, 8% sure we're going to take a little road trip to Florida on
Yeah.
Sunday.
I don't care like what people say and how much are open. Like I'm still gonna be careful as hell wherever I go.
Yeah,
you know
me
what
too.
I mean?
Me
Like,
too.
fuck
We're going to
that.
be careful. I just want to go to Texas Roadhouse.
Would love to go to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I'm dying to go to fucking dinner. And my sister said so what's fucked up though? So in Florida they are open. The bars are doing like 50% capacity. But my niece, all of her friends went out bar hopping, and all of her friends are in Orlando because she was going to college out there. So they all went bar hopping, and they were not doing the half percentage in the bars in Orlando.
In Florida?
Not surprised.
They were
Get
just
the hell out of here.
Blaming on Mickey.
they were just letting them fucking in, and about 30 of her friends now have coronavirus
Oh,
because
shit.
What?
one of the bartenders had coronavirus in one of the bars they hang out at, and they all have it now.
It's, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, probably more than 30 people have it because.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, but
30
all of her
just
friends,
every
all her
single
friends,
one of her friends got it.
all of her friends
How
got
many
it.
of the other people got it in that?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
Yes.
crazy too because people, when they're drunk, they're not going to care about washing their hands. They're not going to care about sanitizing.
No, you're gonna
No.
fake
Hanging out
it.
with strangers.
The
Yeah.
bartender's handing out drinks with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Probably touching his nose as he's doing it.
He's not wearing latex, and
Thumb in
you
his
feel great.
butthole.
You wake
I
up the
wonder
next
if- I
morning,
wonder
I'm
if
more
he
than
knew-
hungover.
I wonder if he knew.
Of course he
had
didn't
it.
know
never
he
knew.
had
Trade
it.
secrets?
Of course he did. I mean, he's a dick if he knew he had it. I would assume he knew. You're starting to really piss me off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a great way to.
Yes.
That's a great way to reopen.
I just got the list of what
You
we
keep
have.
pissing me off for not playing video games.
Yeah, I just, whoa. All
Take it out
I'll
on
be
the
good.
battlefield.
I'll be good.
She's gonna blow
we
you
just
up.
got the list of things we have to do for when we reopen.
Ooh, that's
I know it's going to be in the next couple weeks. We're going to be able to reopen, and it is
Hooray,
like
everybody,
like all staff has to be masked up. Whatever. We're going to take fucking precautions, but let's hope
What
in the
else
next
do
2
you have
weeks
to do? All staff has to be masked up, and then what?
you have to be lubed up with sanitizer all the time,
Everywhere.
and we're gonna mud wrestle.
That makes sense.
everywhere. No clothes. You can't absorb anything into your clothes.
Everybody
To
naked?
absorb-
I like
yeah.
the
Got it.
foamy hand sanitizer. Will you get those machines on the wall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Since you're nude, you have to shave your body because you can't be a stray now. So
Yeah.
Yes,
stray
yes.
pube in the drinks and stuff.
I'm out.
Girls only. Guys can wear whatever they want.
Okay, I'm in.
Girls seem more susceptible to it, so the guys can wear what
That's
they
not
want.
true. Guys are more susceptible to it. So you guys have to walk around naked. Make sure
I
you
was-
shave your balls
I
and
was,
your armpit.
you know, it's so weird. Like these things that come out. Like first, it was
And drink Clorox.
guys with,
Yeah.
you know, type
Especially
people.
Jeff.
People with type O blood. It was okay, but then I was reading an article the other day. Bald guys are having a harder time with it than guys who have
It's just
their hair.
old guys.
Is that for,
Yeah, I
is
guess.
that for real or no?
It was for real. It was an article I fucking read
wait,
this week.
bald guys?
It was a real
subjectical?
article.
I mean,
Well, it was
more-
actually a
they
real
get it
article.
I mean, it's
quicker?
so random
Doesn't mean that it was
and-
real.
From a real
It's
newspaper,
so
also.
random that I kind of believe that. You know what I mean? It's just like everybody has a different symptom.
One of my friends who had it was bald, and he had a really fucking hard time with it. Andy, who has a nice head of hair, had it, and he did okay
and
with
he
it.
got over it. He like kicked
He got
the
over
shit
it
out
pretty
of
quick.
coronavirus.
Exactly.
So bald people are
Sarah,
screwed.
who is not bald,
No, she did just.
did not get it, even though I had it.
Yeah,
That's weird. And you guys are like snuggling it up, and
yeah. She's got a fucking like.
you have to say yes.
I sucked his Corona dick.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's my
Sure.
favorite line of the quarantine
yeah.
from anybody I've ever heard this whole time.
Yeah.
Feel better.
it did.
His corona
That's
dick.
probably what saved me.
Yeah.
You got
It's
the
like
bionic. I told you.
Sarah
It's
is
bionic.
a
Maybe
superhero.
it was because you sucked my Corona dick that you didn't get it because I have a magic Corona
Antibiotic.
penis.
It was like sucking the
Antibody.
poison out. You
It
know
was
what
like
I mean?
sucking
Yeah,
it.
that's
Maybe
it.
that your sperm has the antibodies, so
There
she
it
got
is.
it
That's
That's
it.
what
Your
happened.
sperm's immune.
It was a
Yeah.
vaccine.
Give you a vaccine injection.
Me,
Yeah.
vaccine injection.
Why don't you give Frankie a little vaccine? Where,
The girls lined up
No.
all around.
But
You gotta go to the sperm bank and help others, Andy. Come on. Chop, chop.
He did donate plasma.
yes,
Oh,
that
you
was
did?
nice. Yeah.
That's a good.
and
That's
then I
nice
came
of
in
you.
it.
What I used to donate plasma when I was 19 because I was broke, and they would give me $20 every time I fucking.
Oh yeah,
We should
every
do a
time I
plasma.
donated
Yeah, no
plasma.
shit.
Yeah,
$20.
$20.
Is it a horrible experience to donate plasma?
It is when you're fucking 19 years old and you're fucking starving, and like that's the only way you're getting. Like
You
I
never
needed
told
the
me that.
extra. Yeah, I needed the extra money at the time, and I remember like it was a hot day and I had to walk home, and I was like fucking about to pass out because like I was depleted of
shit.
all my
So they
plasma.
take your blood out, and then they take the plasma,
Plasma
out.
out, and then they put the blood back in.
Yes,
That's crazy.
It's what is it? All the
How
white
much
blood
blood
cells.
does it take out?
Yeah.
A lot.
What is it?
Like 4
600,
bags.
600 milliliters?
4 bags of plasma,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh wow.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. It took about 15, 20 minutes.
How many
and-
pints?
I
would you
donated
say?
regular blood, and they only took 1 bag
She was dumb.
or 2 bags. 1.
But did they test you before they took the blood?
Why did you donate plasma instead of blood?
Because
plasma
plasma
has the
is
antibodies.
harder to get right now with the antibodies.
Okay,
So once you have the antibodies, you're a really good candidate to be.
fucking nice of you, Andy. He's a good guy. This guy, Andy.
Very noble.
Fucking good
Really,
guy
I'm,
over
I'm
here.
calm from all these.
I'll
Corona
call him
dick
nice guy
suckers.
Andrew Davis for nothing.
So calm.
Hasta
Andy, you're pretty fucking level-headed. I don't think I've ever seen you get angry.
You saw me get angry one time.
When?
It was when you were still bartending. I wasn't even working
I
at the
want to
bar.
see you get angry.
And there was a guy, I remember what his name was, and he just, every time, he just wouldn't leave me alone. He just drive me fucking nuts. And I finally, I'm like, I asked him like 3 times, would you just, go away? And finally I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And I like stormed out. And the next day, you said, hey, I threw that guy out because he managed to get you mad.
That was a long time ago. It does mean something.
That means something. Not unlike you, where you just get mad at everything.
Huh?
Unlike you, where you're just mad.
Oh
at
my
everything.
God! And that's why I kind of had a fuck. I was so depressed this morning. I am such a grouch lately. I get fucking so upset at everything. I get mad at everything. Like I'm so fucking, and I'm like really having a moment this morning. Like
You actually haven't been that
I gotta
mad
chill
towards
the
me or
fuck
being
out.
like.
I'm holding it in, baby. I'm fucking holding
You've
it
been
in.
actually really
I
sweet,
really-
except for on the podcast where you dissing me.
I
for 5
really
minutes,
want to
but-
punch you right square in your fucking
Play video games.
That's a lie.
I don't. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
But
Frankie, get me a beer.
I'm okay, Frankie. Thank you. But
No,
I
you've
feel
been really nice to me. I mean,
no, I know. But I just feel like
except for today, but
I feel like such a bitch lately that I'm just like.
that's because you're trying to quit smoking.
Well, I am. I got day 7 right now.
Hey,
I-
congratulations.
I am day 5.
All right.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I thought it would be so much easier for me because I don't smoke that much, but it's not because I get
It's
over
the-
smoking. I'm not physically addicted to smoking. It's more of a mental thing for me.
Those
where,
weird dreams when you quit smoking. Then.
Oh yeah, it's a really, really weird stress dreams.
I have weird dreams, anyways, all the time. I always have crazy
So
dreams.
I think it's equally as hard. I don't know. There was one day where I drank a little bit too much and I caved and I said I'm gonna smoke today and then.
Fucking bitch.
So he has 7 days and I have 5 days. I'm hoping it's forever. I don't know, but I really want one right now.
You guys
So
are
maybe
doing
that's why I'm
great.
angry.
No, we're doing really good now. I had a fucking.
Thank you, Frankie.
I've been actually.
Oh,
I've
got
back.
the magic bag.
I've actually been pretty good, except yesterday. Yesterday, I really wanted a cigarette for some reason.
Better whoop hell tonight.
And last night, I was just like, fucking everybody on TV was smoking, and I'm just like,
No,
oh
like
my
Norman
god, it's
Reedus.
fucking.
It
Yeah.
looks so
And
cool
it's
doing
been
it.
like 3-4 years without smoking.
It's
now?
over 6.
Oh shit, 6 years. That's great.
Great.
And we were watching
You just
Mad
powered
Men.
through it.
And when we were watching Mad Men and everyone's
Mad Men's
lighting up every
everybody's
10
smoking.
minutes, Andy's like, wow, I could really go for a cigarette right now.
That then made me want to smoke.
And
Yeah,
what,
but then you forget about it and you're over it in 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
Or-
that's it. If you don't fall into it at one time, that fleeting moment, then
Yeah.
you're usually good.
That's what I'm
Subliminal
like. That's
messaging.
why I'm chewing gum because I'm like I really want a cigarette right now.
And the other thing too is if you do snap and have one, don't let that be like, well, that's the end of that. I might as well just
Yeah,
buy
you're
all
right.
that.
You're
Like
right.
just go, okay, listen, I had the one, that's fine. Let's
That's it.
continue.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bought that pack
it's a
on
setback.
Friday, and then I smoked 5 of them, and then I haven't touched it since.
Good. No, it's
Five
a
of them.
setback. Look at it as a
5 in a row.
setback.
5 in a row at the same time.
I remember about 2 or 3
Same
2 or 3
time,
weeks
though.
into quitting, I had gotten very, very drunk. And I'd stopped after a bar. I'm not going to mention the name because it was an after-hours bar. And I'd stopped there for a little bit, and then I went home. And in my dream, it had continued from where, like exactly, like so perfectly normal, not the dream-like at all. Where I'm in this bar having a conversation, I look over and they're smoking. And I just took one out of the pack and lit it up and just started smoking it. And I woke up thinking that was something that actually happened.
Yeah.
And I had convinced, my brain had tried to convince myself that I cheated, and I'm like, well, that's it. Then I thought about it, I'm like, wait, no, that didn't happen. I know it didn't happen.
Dreams like that,
Sometimes
wow.
I have dreams where I'm like getting wasted in my dream, and I wake up and I feel like I'm drunk. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, I didn't
I'm
do shit last
hungover.
night.
I'm hungover.
I went to bed at 8.
I don't know. Listen, this whole fucking quarantine, I've been having crazy dreams. I've had fucking dreams that we lost. I lost the bar and I had to move back in my parents' basement.
Ew.
Yes,
That's a major stress.
And I was like, fucking. I was telling my sister this yesterday, and she's like, "Yo, you can move in with me if like shit really."
Right.
It's good to have the
I
backup.
would love to live with your mom. She'd be making us lasagna
Oh,
every day.
are you kidding me? I'm almost
For
50.
breakfast.
I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not fucking moving
I
back
have
with my
some
mom.
strange dreams, like I'm surfing on like a ham sandwich or some weird ass shit like that. Like, and then
Surreal, I like
eyeballs
it.
are like popping out at me. Like I have really weird dreams.
Very avant-garde.
Yeah, fucking
Abstract
crazy.
dreams are wacky.
I have a lot of dreams of seeing shows, like
Yeah.
of seeing bands that I like.
Now they say.
Welcome.
Now they
Good for
say.
you. No wonder why you're not
Frankie,
angry.
They say if
still having
you
fun.
smoke a lot of pot, you don't dream a lot. Is that correct?
lately my dreams have all been nightmares, and I mean
Frankie,
really bad.
Your
Frankie-
waking life is a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. I
Lately,
yeah. Frankie, lately, 10 years. What?
10 years.
What?
since yesterday.
Come on, Frankie. We're trying to not be depressed.
Really?
What? I'm trying anyway. I'm fucking trying so hard,
Whoop,
Ringo.
whoop.
I'm trying so
Video
hard,
game,
Ringo.
video home. Pac-Man's coming back.
Except after I punched him in the mouth.
Yes.
No, listen, I used to be a major pothead, and I never used to dream. And I remember specifically
No.
when I stopped smoking pot, I started dreaming again.
Yeah.
So I think it does affect
I would figure like psychedelic dreams. Shit, no. It's nightmares. Pot, no. I mean, even without pot.
Frankie, this
When
is,
I was a full-time alcoholic, I don't remember my dreams.
Frankie, this was a simple question. It was pretty much a
This is
yes
not
or
a
no
therapy
answer.
session.
What?
Yeah, I don't want to be the therapist right
No,
now.
I don't dream when I smoke pot.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Do
I
you?
watch a lot of Star
Melatonin.
Trek.
Yeah.
Melatonin, you don't have dreams either.
I don't know.
No?
I took a bunch of edibles one night and fell asleep halfway through. I had the most vivid, weird, goddamn dreams I ever had in my life.
I have to take melatonin every night, and
I took
I
some
still
mushrooms
dream.
I get
once.
vivid.
Yeah,
I took
not
some-
vivid, but I still dream.
I took mushrooms
But
once
I'm-
and fell asleep when I had some crazy ass dreams. That was fun. That was actually fun.
I find I used to typically I go through a pattern where it's like I'll have a really vivid dreams for about a week, and then the rest of the month I won't. And then, but lately, I mean, especially since the quarantine, it's been like every night. Like
Yeah,
real vivid dreams. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if I'm drunk.
I think
or
everybody is.
sober or stoned or whatever.
I've seen a lot of people post on social media. Anybody else having crazy dreams?
Sarah.
Did you know melatonin is the only hormone you can buy over the counter without a prescription?
It's
No
it's a
way.
hormone.
What does it do?
It regulates your sleep cycle.
Well,
Yeah.
no, Frankie was asking, how do you make a hormone?
Oh, your body makes them.
Yeah,
They're
isn't
created
that like?
from
You
animals?
pay her, Frankie. That's
Yeah.
No, but that's part of our brain capacity.
I
Wait a minute. Why are we paying for something we already have?
Some people don't make it in the right amount, which is why if you're having insomnia, it's good to take melatonin, which then increases the amount you actually have already.
Why don't you just bang your head into a wall?
I actually have to take it every night. I can't. I have a really hard
Yeah,
time
he's
falling
got
asleep.
It's
problems.
good, right? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make you too.
Oh my god,
crashed.
it's fucking amazing because I used to like I have insomnia really bad.
I
When
hate
I lay down,
insomnia.
I can't shut my brain off. I have to have the TV on to kind of like absorb into the TV, and finally I'll fucking doze off if I have the noise on.
You need that vibration kind of in the air. What about like
Yes.
a fan? You have a fan?
A fan, I do have a fan, but it helps out a little bit. But
No,
I
he
re-
needs to hear murder stories in order for him to feel comfortable.
well, I do. I watch all of these murder shows and shit like that. But I think that because it's so monotone,
Yeah.
it's very much like.
Try to
It
distract
is.
Billy
yourself.
got lost in the
Robert
mall
Stack's voice puts
today.
you to sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
his voice will put
Basically.
anyone to sleep.
Billy never came back home.
Yeah. Get to the point,
They
Rob. Get to the
found
point, Rob.
Billy's
does
body
give- it does-
buried under the ravine. Too bad for Billy's family.
And then Jeff has a dream
Jeff,
about
Jeff
having
is
a
like,
picnic at a
Jeff
ravine.
has a smile on his face. He's like, ooh.
Yo, you can totally be one of those people. You can
Diane,
to-
that was great.
They found Brenda's head in the freezer last night. How unfortunate.
And it's not even like,
yeah.
and
No,
it's not even tragedy.
It's
He's
like
like,
they hired
Whoa.
Eeyore as the host.
Eeyore would be awesome at that, actually.
Oh, no.
Well, it's listen.
I
What
lost
show is
my
that?
tail.
What show is that?
What?
Winnie the Pooh?
Wish-
Winnie the Pooh.
there's
Winnie the
Whatever
True
murder
Detective.
show he puts
Yeah,
on is like
so-
the narrator is
OJ.
always like that.
there's if you go on see what I do is usually at night I'll put it on YouTube channel because the YouTube channel just keep looping, and I think it's called criminally listed. It's a he has a podcast and stuff like this too.
What's this guy's name?
I don't know his name, but
We gotta figure it out.
Yeah, listen, I'll find it.
His name is.
I think it's called.
My name's Bob.
There's two guys. It might be criminally listed, and there's another one also.
The guy is pretty boring, though. I do fall asleep right away. when I
Oh my
hear
God,
his voice.
his voice, his talks really much exactly the way she was doing it. That's what he fucking sounds like.
Bueller.
You know what you guys should
Bueller.
listen to is positive affirmations by people who also speak in that sort of droning tone because they
yeah.
can repeat that for hours and then it kind of subconsciously goes into your head. And I've done it a couple times while Andy's watching movies in the other room, and it's a guy who's saying, I am powerful, I do believe that I
But that
have.
sounds like a guy who was trained to have sex with you.
Maybe. Which is also kind of sexy, too. But when I wake up, I feel like strong and, powerful.
You know,
ready
maybe
to
that's why I
take
wake.
on the
Maybe that's why I
world.
wake up depressed every day. I'm like, man.
You think?
Murder.
It's just the sound of the fucking voice.
Well, no, I listen. I
You
fall asleep to
are
Alien.
really great. I'm just gonna start whispering that in his ear when he's leaving. You are really cool.
I
Your
really
beard
like
looks.
you.
Your
I fall
beard
asleep
is
to
on
Ancient
point.
Aliens also too. I like alien shows, Ancient Aliens. I'll watch that.
We talked about that last week. Let's not talk about
Okay.
it.
But I'm
yeah.
just saying
Motivation
that's what I take to
speeches.
fall. That's what I got to do to fall
So
asleep.
we might drive to Florida. We'll see.
Yeah.
Did
Oh
we
yeah.
talk about
Just
that
came
already?
out of nowhere. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I wanted to change the subject. I mean, because that's going to be fun. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah, because I'm driving the whole way. That's going to be a
I'm
little
just going to
fucking
keep
rough.
feeding you Adderall. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. You got this. You got this.
Finally getting my driver's license.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Wait a minute. I want to do that. I need
I've
to do
already got
that.
the permit, so I've taken the written test. But I have to now.
But you did that
take-
before the quarantine.
Yeah, well, I did
That's
that
what I
like a
have to-
year and a half
Oh,
ago.
that's what I have to do.
Well, your permit expires in a year, doesn't it?
The permit they say is good as long as I have my. It's good until this license expires.
Which is
It's a
when?
what license?
It's like 10
expire?
years.
What license?
You don't have a
Well, my,
license.
my New York ID
Oh, okay.
is a driver's permit.
Oh, it's a
Are
permit.
you sure? You might want to look into that.
No, I am. Well,
No, I think the permit will last for a while.
yeah,
I
that's
think-
what they told me.
I thought it
Okay.
only lasts for a year, but
Anyway, but go ahead.
so when do you have a driver's test lined
I'm
up?
going to have a driver's test. I might have to borrow your car in a couple of weeks.
Try, please. If he's not going to let him
Okay,
use
I have to
his
do- I have to
car,
take- I have to take
use
two
his
classes.
car.
The classes they usually give you the car. They let you use the car. I went to the Brooklyn driving school. Well, this was
Oh,
for my,
shit, back in the
this
day, I
was
remember
no, this
that.
was my motorcycle test. And I know the car. And the car. I actually bought a gift certificate to somebody one time for getting his driver's license. And if you go through a driving school, they give you the car. Like you can use the car. If you're going through the DMV, then you need to bring your own car.
Got it. All right, well, Tuesday I'm taking a class, an hour and a half class.
Oh, nice.
Wait a
I
minute.
have to take 5 hours altogether.
Is it with
so
the car or is it
I have
written?
no
or?
idea.
Baby, he
But
just
where
said
are
he's
you
got a
doing that?
2-hour class, which means I guarantee he's going to be driving around.
That's awesome. I want to do that.
Okay. I don't mean to
I didn't
interrupt.
realize that
I
places
drove
were-
all over Colorado since I had my permit. and
Oh, cool.
I had a legal driver.
You're not
Nice.
supposed. You're not supposed to be driving out of New York State.
And
with a
that's my
permit.
goal. As soon as all this is
Disregard that
over-
last statement.
I figured if we had an accident, we'd do it.
Andy.
I'm just gonna tell you the rules of the road, Andy. Your permit's gonna expire, and you can't drive out of state with the permit.
But Andy,
That's my
you
goal
paid
too,
for
to
the
get my
class,
driver's
right?
license as soon as this is
Yeah.
over.
So
I'm
why do you
getting
have to
my
bring your
driver's
own effing car?
Well, because she wants to.
I want to ride a motorcycle.
What's great though, when you get your license, you can get those
Motorcycle safety
fucking
School was fun.
those little cars constantly.
But you have
What are those
Rebels.
little? No, the Rebels. That's the scooter.
The
Zip
car to
cars.
go.
Not this car to go.
Car to goes.
Those
So
car to
cute.
goes, those little blue things, like they're fucking dirt cheap. They're cheaper than a cab sometimes just to get home.
It's just like a Revel. They park them all around the town,
Yeah.
and you can
Nice.
pick one up. You use your phone, bloop bloop, unlocks it. You can drive it, and then you park it, and then someone else could potentially.
But you got to
pick
use
it
your
up from
feet
you.
like the Flintstones.
It's, a little,
Get around.
it's one of those little smart cars. You look ridiculous, but they fucking come in
I don't
handy.
give a
Yeah,
shit.
those are cool.
Yeah.
I know you don't
I'm
care.
little. I can fit in
I know
one.
you don't
What
care.
about
I ride on
tall
the back
people?
of
I was
Sarah's
just gonna.
Rebel
I was
sometimes.
just
It's
gonna
awesome.
say that.
What about tall
That's pretty
people?
awesome.
How the hell do they get
What's
in
the
those
Rebel? Is that the
things?
same thing where you rent?
Scooter.
It's a little
Okay.
scoot.
But you have your motorcycle license.
I do.
That's awesome.
You have your motorcycle license also?
I had a motorcycle for a year,
Really?
and then I hated like changing sides of the street.
Alternate side.
Alternate side parking.
Oh, yeah?
Alternate side parking. And also in the winter, I didn't have a place to store it. So
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. So I sold it.
What kind of motorcycle did you have?
I had a Suzuki GZ250.
Oh my
All right.
gosh, I
It's a
remember
little guy.
them.
It's a
That's
little
so
guy.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
very cool. and
This is
I had
the
a good
Frankie
time.
of motorcycles.
I was scared of going on the highway.
Gosh, fall.
I'm
Well, it's a
very young.
250. Fucking not easy to go on the highway with
Exactly.
those.
It sounded like it was screaming. It
Yeah,
sounded like
yeah,
a
yeah.
lawnmower. Like
I
in
am
pain.
dying to get my motorcycle license. Dying.
Yeah.
Dying.
Yeah, we were watching that Norman Reedus show, the ride show last
Yes.
night, and she's like, I want to get a motorcycle license.
Go to the motorcycle school. What was it called?
First, I
New
have to
York
get-
Motorcycle School.
And-
But first,
the-
I have to get my permit and my driver's license first. Correct. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna focus on that first, and then I'll figure out.
And then you can go, I think it's in the
do it.
Bronx. Did you get yours up there, the motorcycle
in
school?
Brooklyn.
Oh, in
They have one
Brooklyn.
in every borough.
Bay
Alright.
Ridge,
And
right?
it was like, no, it was like, it was the closer to the beach. I forget exactly
See,
where. But it was 2 days. One, you're riding around, and then you do the written test, and then at the end of the course, they do the test for you. And if you pass, most people do pass, you just get a slip, you go to the DMV, boom, they change your license right there.
But
Easiest
cool.
thing ever.
nice.
You're waiting
But do
online all
do
day,
They support you
cool.
with the motorcycle when they're taking all the classes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. So you can kind of figure out if you are like into riding a motorcycle or not. Because
Exactly.
I've never ever.
I remember. Listen, when I was dating Melody. I started out with a Sportster, and then I got a bigger bike, and Melody took my Sportster off me. And listen, she should have went and taken those classes,
Yeah.
but
But
she
has
went.
a driver's license. She doesn't have a driver's
She went. You can still get your motorcycle license.
No.
No,
Not
I don't
anymore.
know.
Not anymore, I don't
You
think.
used to be able to. She went and got a motorcycle permit, and then we went down to the parking lot that used to be Pathmark down there, and it was like later on, so it was kind of empty. And it brought her down there on the motorcycle, and she went about 50 feet and said, "Nope, this is not for me."
Yeah, the sporty ones
put
are
the
uncomfortable.
put the
You're
kicks
like-
down. No, it was a Sportster. It was like a decent size. Listen, we spent a lot of money on making this thing fit Melody. It used to be mine, so I had it lowered. I had the fucking shocks like welded onto the fucking whatever, made shorter. Did all this work to it. Yeah, she went about 50 feet and said, "Nope."
There's a great
Not for
story about
everybody. She knew.
my stubborn my stubborn aunt. She got a back in the 50s. She got a car for her birthday, for her 18th birthday. At the time it was a Chevy convertible. So I mean, it would have been like a classic car now, but at the time it was still a pretty sweet fucking ride. It was this red Chevy convertible, and she went out with some friends, and she drove it about a mile, and pulled it over and put a sign on the car said, "I don't want this anymore." And she's never driven a car since.
Wow.
She hated driving that much.
Was it
I love driving. I love driving. I love riding motorcycle.
I like driving when I don't have to.
I think I would
when it's-
love riding. I know. I saw that. That's why I knew
see.
it.
Oh no shit! Very cool.
Girl, I don't
Showing
know.
us
You
a
need to
picture
get
of
that
her on it.
motorcycle back,
Oh,
girl.
wow. That's a cool bike.
Hells yeah.
That's a cool bike.
There's nothing
Well-
cooler than a girl on a bike.
I know that helmet.
Sexy, sexy.
And that's
She still has the helmet.
all right. Well, and
Keep the helmet.
it was funny because that's the size bike that. So I was riding my Harley. Like I got my permit and I started riding my motorcycle right away. It was back when I hung out with a whole bunch of biker guys and whatever. I had my permit. I used to ride around with them. And then I went to get my license and I went to the driving school and I had to use their motorcycle and it was a little 250. And I remember getting on the little 250 like all like
moped.
crunched up.
It's a
And you know,
moped.
you got to do the circles and then the figure eights and I'm going to do the figure eights and I felt like a toy. So
you're
I'm
gonna
like,
fall off.
I'm kind of shaking as I'm doing it. And I remember the guy.
That's also what he looks like when he's dancing.
Yeah.
No, no. You need a kickstand. Where's the kickstand?
I wish you guys could have seen this at home.
the,
that was nice.
the drive,
funny.
the guy, whatever, the guy doing the test was like, "You were a little shaky doing those fucking figure eights," and I was like, "Fuck you, man, fuck you."
That's what I say to him when he's dancing too.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm riding a tricycle, dude.
I just ask people on the internet world, what should we talk about? And then some guys like the wackiest people who come for to-go drinks.
Oh,
Is
good
it-
question.
Ah.
What's the wackiest situation that you've
For
seen
to-go
for
drinks
to-go
so far?
drinks? I mean, it's mostly just the regular customers
It's
who are
mostly the
wacky
regular
people
customers,
anyway.
but yeah, everybody's pretty wacky that comes. But there's also the fucking weirdos that try and come up and
Come inside the bar and they just don't know.
no, they just try and stand there and stare at the girls.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh,
they
they
don't
look-
want to buy drinks or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
They
this
just
one
look.
Don
There
Johnson
was-
looking
You're looking
motherfucker
at.
the other day.
a
They're like, keep it
couple-
moving.
Yeah, that's it.
No, no.
Oh, whiskey.
A couple of Fridays ago, we had there's like 3 dudes, and one of them had their like 6-year-old or 5-year-old daughter with them.
Oh yeah,
And the girl kept peeking in, and one of the dancers was dancing on the pole, and she leaned over and she goes, "That kid is imitating my every move right now."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, "Oh, it's a little weird."
I should have given her a business card and be like, "Come back in 18 years." kid."
That's illegal.
And then,
We can get you a job in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that
I
was
think
fucked
for
up.
the most
Andy,
part,
I was
people-
saying in 18 years. I wasn't saying fucking.
I'm
now.
just saying you're a child
Work
sex
in a
trafficker.
sweatshop on the pole. Oh no.
no fucks given.
Yeah.
And then Paris goes, titties? Squirrels? I mean, I don't know.
Titties!
Titties are always fun to talk about.
Thumbs up
Yeah.
for titties.
Yes.
Thumbs down for squirrel.
Yeah, squirrels are...
I like me some squirrels.
Squirrels are fun. There was this thing on Facebook. This guy built a whole squirrel, like,
Maze. Whatever.
maze
And
kind
it
of thing.
What do you
and
call
It
it?
was awesome. It was actually
Squirrels
pretty
with
awesome.
titties?
Like, what did Pee Wee Herman have in the beginning of fucking Pee Wee's thing with the fucking thing went and did the
Oh,
little thing?
the egg and
then-
the
yeah.
breakfast for the dog.
What do you call
I
it?
knew a guy
bull's
back
bigger than the
home.
dog.
It was like the great ninja, like that great American. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I knew a
Yes.
dude back home named Squirrel, and he was like this
yeah?
crusty punk dude, and he gave everyone scabies.
Oh, yeah.
He fell asleep in a friend's bed. I'm not going to say the friend, in case she happens to be listening.
No names.
I was at a party, and he fell asleep in her bed, and then threw him out later. And sure enough, everybody in the house got scabies.
Did you get scabies?
I did not get scabies.
Don't lie.
No, I didn't get scabies.
Listen,
Scabies-
I'm really glad that I don't know exactly what scabies.
Scabies
are.
is bugs, basically,
Yeah,
correct?
It's like
they're-
head lice?
It's
I don't know
lice.
what it
It's
is.
basically
Yeah.
person lice.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay.
So
Isn't
get
that-
the
People fleas.
shampoo the
I had-
Is that the same
squirrel.
thing as like bed bugs?
I got crabs once when I was 16.
Dirty 16-year-old boys.
I was 16 years old.
Did you just shave off your pubes?
No, so you understand. First of all, it's a surprise that I was even getting laid at 16.
Really?
I was not very good at it.
I'll
Like,
take
did
the
you say you didn't even grow
circumstances.
until you were like 21 or something?
I didn't until I was about 19. So yeah, I was like,
He was like a tiny little bang
Yeah.
wearing.
Yo,
he
girls
used
were
to have-
thirsty back then.
yeah.
Girls are thirsty
They,
now,
weren't,
but
they weren't that
I've
thirsty.
seen-
Listen,
I've seen-
the quality. I got crabs at 16.
I'll
The
take
quality wasn't all that
repercussions,
good.
Not circumstances.
I
I'll
was
take
the
the
crackhead, the
repercussions.
local crackhead.
I was just taking what was thrown at me. You know what I'm saying?
Take it when you
But
can.
you should have seen Jeff when he was 16.
Yeah, it's covered in crabs. What
he
are you
had
gonna do?
bangs.
Yeah. New standards
He had
now.
bangs, and his hair was like blonde. He was adorable. And
It
he
wasn't
was
blonde,
He
baby.
said that he used to have to sit on a phone on a pillow to drive his car.
I did used to have to sit on a pillow to drive
That's
my car.
adorable.
I was when I
Sounds comfortable.
my first when I
Because
first
he couldn't really reach that.
I couldn't see over the fucking steering wheel. When I first got my license, I was 5'3". That's what it said on my license, and I used to have to sit on a pillow. And I never forget. I was with my friend Dan,
A
and
late bloomer.
I was a total late bloomer. I didn't grow until after high school. After I graduated high school, I finally fucking grew. Yeah. So but I remember I was 5'3", sitting on the fucking pillow, and the pillow had like fur coming off the side of it, and we were like
You had a
passing.
shaggy pillow?
I had like a shaggy pillow, and we were
It's
passing.
the 70s after all.
We were 70s.
He's not that old.
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah,
My age,
late
my
80s,
age.
late 80s.
Yeah.
So I fucking, I remember the pillow caught on fire from the fucking joint.
Not my driving
And I
pillow.
remember my friend had to take the pillow out from underneath me and shake it out the window. And now I'm driving like this with my fucking.
That explains why you like motorcycles so much.
Yeah, that's why I like the ape hangers, because I was like having a peek over the, like I could look
Oh my
between
God, I
the
can totally
fucking.
picture
You should put a
it.
blue
So
wig on.
cute.
Everyone would have thought you're just some old grandma.
Yeah, I was stoned as shit. It was great.
Did you say you were doing donuts or something?
No, I was high, baby. No.
That's high, baby.
Like
Yeah.
doing the donuts where you're driving the car around and round and round and round and round. Those kind of donuts.
When
not
was I
eating
doing?
donuts.
I know. When was I doing that?
I don't know. Maybe I made that up in my head.
I think you totally made that up in your
I
head.
feel
That
like
was
that 'cause I used to
the
do that when I
motorcycle
was-
school.
We used to drive the cars out into the cornfields and go four-wheeling and all that kind of fun shit.
There's cornfields in Massachusetts?
Fuck yes, there is.
Where?
South Shore, Carver, Plimpton, Plymouth. Oh fuck yeah, and
Crazy.
a lot of it's all. Well, you're in more North Shore.
Yeah.
It's all South Shore. Have you been in the South Shore at all? Down by like Plymouth.
Only
So
when I go to
the
Cape.
North Shore
All right,
corn is
so
better than the South
if you're
Shore.
Going, if you're going down to the Cape, you get off on some of those exits like Plimpton and
Wareham.
Wareham was a little further down too. But yeah, well, kind of where I grew up though, like on the opposite side of town,
Are you near
was very
Pawtucket,
rural.
Rhode Island?
I'm not near Pawtucket.
Okay.
No. I'm right near. I'm not far from Plymouth. I'm 2 towns over from Plymouth.
South Shore.
Plymouth Rock.
This is
And I can't believe there's cornfields. That's crazy.
There is cornfields.
East Coast corn.
Fuck yeah! But it was all cow corn.
feed corn.
Yes, it was all feed corn. There was a couple places that had regular corn, but that was more private property where we shouldn't have been on there to stealing their corn.
Just corn defense.
And you go
Just
there for
corn
like
defense.
Thanksgiving, and you go.
Well, when
there
you
for
work the
like-
word stealing, and you probably shouldn't be doing it anyway.
No. But listen, we were kids and we fucking lived out in the sticks and we're looking for
I
things
know,
to do.
but-
And sometimes we'd just pull our truck in and fill it up with fucking corn and be like, "Oh, we got a whole bunch of corn, man."
barbecue.
I know the stupid things that kids do.
Oh, we were looking for entertainment out in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
And then this
You
farmer
didn't
comes
eat
out.
it.
Where's my corn?
You
You
stole it.
whippersnappers!
Doing fucking lawn jobs on the principal's front lawn.
Oh,
Mm.
it's a
Driving.
lawn job.
It's when you fucking drive your car up on the fucking front lawn and do donuts on the front lawn.
Oh, now you're doing
That's
donuts.
donuts that
That's
she was
a donut,
talking about.
yes.
That just sounds perverted.
I grew up in New York.
Job.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
lawn
Yes.
job.
I had a friend who was a fucking maniac.
You just made Frankie horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a porn scene. Where's Ron Jeremy?
I had
The
a-
lawn job.
I had a friend growing up.
Lawn job.
I had a friend growing up who was like king of the lawn jobs. Like,
I'm s-
he was a maniac. We would like we would literally drive around people's.
Lawn job.
He would literally drive around people's houses. Like he'd pull on their front lawn and then go right around the backyard and then shoot out the other fucking side.
Wow.
Oh, horrible, horrible.
We used to run over people's mailboxes.
Okay,
Oh, bad.
That was a good time.
that's
Bad
federal. That's a
boys.
crime. That's a fucking crime.
It
Andy.
is a crime. It's also been well over 20 years.
Yeah.
So good luck.
So what, the
Federal
Royal
agents.
Sheriff in
I
Mayberry
think
will
the
find
statute
you?
of limitations is up. Yeah, we used to have a couple, and it was funny. The principal of our school ended up building a big rock wall on the front of his house because.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you had
Wow.
an impact.
Yes.
What,
yes,
you stole all his
yes.
corn?
I've actually
That's
never
great.
toilet papered someone's house just because I never grew up in, like, in middle America or whatever. I grew up in the city and we could never, like, TP a building.
Well, you
So
can't
they
do
got-
that now. You'd have a bunch of people stealing the toilet paper off
I
the
know, they'd
trees.
be like, oh, thank you. They'd be like, oh, thank you.
I'm sure you've done that, toilet paper in a house.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did get called a whippersnapper once, like legit whippersnapper, because me and my friends are being assholes and we're running around. All of a sudden,
What does that have to do with being toilet paper in a house and stuff?
Just because you're being a teenager asshole, like just running around being a dick.
Get off my lawn.
Egg fights.
Yeah.
Eggs,
So like
eggs.
we're running around and all of a sudden like we're walking and all of a sudden we see this gang of old people like with their walkers with the tennis balls on the back of them, a guy with a cane.
We called you a
and
whippersnapper.
we look back and we see the one guy, it was literally out of a movie, shaking his cane going, "You whippersnappers!"
I was super.
We were
used to-
scared, but then we realized that they were only going like 2 miles a minute. Like
They might catch up to us.
we did a lot of like running around naked, like a lot of streaking.
Streaking.
We get wasted and we go
I
streaking.
could totally picture you streaking.
We
Andy.
did.
I can see Eddie do that too.
And
You're laid
I was
back.
one time.
Do it now.
I got separated with all this guy. Kind of like got separated because like this one car came around and just kind of scatter. So I'm running through everybody's backyards. And I'm hiding behind a tree, and all of a sudden I see the fucking backyard light come on, and I hear. I remember I am like 15 or 16, and absolutely just wasted. And I hear, "Who is that?" And like an idiot, I go, "Me?"
Oh no!
And I'm naked
recognizable
wearing
voice.
tennis shoes hiding behind a tree, and there's this really long pause, and I hear this, "Well, stay away from my cats!" And the light turned back off. And I'm like, "Fuck
Awesome.
this!" And I ran back home, and I was really like, "That's what I'm like." That's-
But where were your clothes at? This is like voluntarily. Like,
no, it was
naked?
always dares. Like you'd leave your clothes at home, and you had to run to a certain destination, and then run back. And usually by about the time you're running back, it's not fun anymore.
With all your friends dissed you. It's like, I'm by myself.
When I was a little kid, we were like, this is before we had licenses and stuff and just running around the neighborhood. We used to do these things. It was a potato knocker, too, we used to do, where you fucking take a potato, you take a metal coat hanger, and you fucking take a potato and you fucking zoop it onto the thing so it's hooked on. No. So it's hooked onto the coat hanger. Now you got this metal coat hanger with a hook, and you hook it onto somebody's storm door, and then you put
I
a
know
fishing
you're talking
line onto the
have
fucking
to see it.
onto the potato knocker. You know what I mean? So it's like a hook.
Way to set up.
It is.
Yeah.
So you would just go across the street and you fucking perp, and fucking all of a sudden you see some dude
Who's not gonna open
opens his front door, but he can't see the potato knocker because he's looking out his screen door. You know what I mean? So, and then,
Yeah, what the hell?
and
That's
then-
a like intricate
yeah.
prank.
Hooliganism.
And then I never forget, I was with my brother and this guy,
Classic
Jake Simmons.
hooliganism.
And I just remember this fucking guy was so pissed. Like we got him like 4 times. We were like, bup, bup, bup. He opened the door, see nothing, close the door. Bup, bup, bup. It happened like 4 times.
I'd be calling the
Finally,
police.
the guy came out of his door and he saw the potato thing and grabbed the fucking string and like we just fucking ran. I remember being so fucking scared that this guy was gonna
He's gonna
catch
throw a
us.
potato at us.
Wow. This is what people did
It's
before
all
the
funny
internet.
until old
Yeah.
people fight back,
My
and
buddy-
then they're
my buddy
crazy.
Chris, him and some of his friends would go and they'd take a bunch of cans and put them on fishing wire, and then they would get to like kind of like a desolate area where behind some bushes, but like where a road is.
Yeah.
And as soon as they'd see a car come, they'd lift up the wire, and as soon as the car would catch, they'd let it go, so it would catch, and then the cans would be going off. Well, one time, they looked over and there were two headlights coming over, and they put the thing up, and it was two people on motorcycles riding side by side. And they got them both around, and now they're dragging these cans, and they don't know what the fuck ever happened to them. But this guy's ran. As
I would have fucked. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's insane.
So if these guys stop, we're screwed.
I used to take my sister's stuffed animals and wrap string around them, and you put it on the other side of the street, and if you hear a car coming, and you start pulling it across the street, so they think of little animals.
Oh my! And they have to stop. And then you
That's
get that.
really messed up.
Yeah, and sometimes you'd hear people like step on the gas, like, "Brrr," and they're like, "That was messed up. We're just pulling a stuffed animal."
Run that
Yeah, but
squirrel
that's
over.
like sometimes it's either you or the animal. What are you gonna choose?
Yeah, but
you could have caused a freaking accident.
We could have. Oh, the only time I almost caused an accident, I felt fucking
Only
horrible.
time?
The only time.
I mean, it's
that
fun.
I know of.
Definitely
It's
fun.
definitely. So I
can
remember we were fucking throwing eggs at cars.
Sure.
And fucking car was like tucked in the woods. Cars come by, fucking boom, hit the car. And my friends could not hit the fucking cars. And I'm like, fucking, give me the. And I'm like, out of frustration, I'm like, give me the fucking egg.
Could start wailing.
I'm like, give me the fucking egg. So I take the egg, and this car goes by, and the fucking window is down in the car, and the fucking egg goes right into the window and hits this woman in the side of the face.
Oh shit!
And like she pulls over, the cops show up. They're like looking through the woods. I'm shitting my fucking pants.
I'm gonna get arrested for throwing an egg.
I lived right there, and I remember we were just fucking me and my friend, two of my friends. I think one of them actually went out to see if she was okay, and he was like the one reporting back to us, making sure she was okay. But the cops were like looking for us in the woods. She was crying. I felt fucking horrible. I don't think I've ever thrown an egg at a car since.
See, you gotta be shamed out of your childhood games.
Yeah.
I'm sure if the cops weren't there, you would have apologized. It was like, shit, arrested.
Are you kidding me? I was like
apologize.
13 years old. I didn't know enough.
You just want to run. I would. I just want to fucking run.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till you
lose an eye. Exactly.
Someone threw a frozen turkey over the overpass
in Long Island.
Yeah,
it killed somebody.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of our
a 20-pound turkey. I'm going to throw the car.
One of our people know who did that. One of our somebody who works here knows the person that threw that. I don't want any more. I don't. We're gonna wrap it up in like 2 minutes. We've been here for an hour, so I don't need another drink.
We're talking about
we're gonna start wrapping up. It's been over an hour.
And wasn't that woman in a coma or something? She had needed plastic surgery?
Yeah. No, I don't remember, Frankie. It was a long time ago.
We will be open again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, so we're going to be open again Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm not working this weekend, but I suggest you come down anyway.
Andy will be here on Sunday, though, hanging out at the door.
Security guard Andy.
And hopefully we'll be open in the next couple weeks.
We will.
I'm pretty sure by early July we should be able to at least be at 50% capacity. But I don't know. If you're here, come see us. Come buy some drinks, hang out on the sidewalk. The cops have been really fucking cool to us. As long as you're respectful and everybody kind of stays apart. Yeah. They've been really nice to us and stuff like that. So let's hope it keeps up.
Woo! Rock and roll!
All right, and we won't be here next week because we're gonna be in Florida.
Maybe we don't know.
Maybe.
We'll
See. And Sarah, have a good trip to Boston.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have a trip on mushrooms at some point.
There you go.
Bring me mushrooms.
I need to know all about it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Are you gonna do it at home? Or are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna start during the day. I'm gonna do it at home. If I get antsy.
Go to the roof or something.
If he's antsy, he's gonna put on his tennis shoes and go streaking.
That's right.
If you see a really,
I live in
really
Chinatown,
white boy running around with tennis
conspicuous
sneakers.
about, a large, naked, blonde-haired dude
White
running
guy,
around with
large-
a mask and tennis shoes on.
A large, tall white guy walking around with no clothes on would be awesome.
I'll wear a mask.
Being awesome.
I'll put a little mask over my
Yeah.
You
dinner.
had to be safe.
All right, so we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Love you.
Bye.
Peace.